What is good, friends, and welcome back. I don't always run artillery group, but this time I will do an exception because I want to share a few tricks with you how to hone your skills leading in artillery rally. Lately Lilith introduced some tools to increase the base survivability when you're getting siege. And every time a new tool or new technique is introduced, there's always a way to counter it. So in this video, I'll share you those tricks to help you hone your skills when leading a rally. Now we have a stack of bases. The first thing you want to do is knock down those turrets. They will degrade our howitzer, so we want to avoid leaving them alive. Hit them first, and most of the time if you place your units carefully, those turrets will help you pre-charge your howitzer. Now look carefully. I will initiate the siege with a super heavy, and I will move one grid. Look carefully, there you go. So you should always introduce this technique when you are sieging a base. If you're in charge of a heavy group, an artillery group with some super heavies, your main duty is to avoid the tactic. If your super heavy gets caught in a tactic, what will happen is your unit will die and every artillery will start dying. Everything will go downhill real quick, real fast. So you want to avoid that. Be sharp. You only have one thing to do: avoid the tactic. Okay? In this case, we're privileged. We have one super heavy. Actually, we have three super heavies. One of them have the arbitrator. He's a bistro officer that is overpowered, and you see what I'm talking about here. If you are lucky enough to have this officer in your rally, what you want to do is you want to initiate the siege with any other super heavy, so the super heavy led by the arbitrator will take over, sharing the aggro between those two super heavy instead of the artillery getting hit, therefore saving a countless amount of reserves. I mean, he's really useful when sieging bases. I know he's expensive and not everybody can afford him, but if you like to siege base, if you're a super heavy and artillery player, if you're a base to base player, this officer is a must. One base remaining from that cluster will attack that base from the left side. Sadly, I got distracted and I didn't see the tactic that destroy a howitzer. I didn't expect that tactic, to be honest. I was expecting this to attack a super heavy. Nonetheless, this will not affect our performance. So once again, I will use the grade super heavy, then mine will take over as soon as the skill is fully charged. The aggro will aim at my super heavy, just like that. And he will lose a few units. There you go, a successful siege. You cannot avoid the splash damage from Stinger Fist, but still, I mean, it's pretty rare that you can do a clean burn. Now we move to SV47 land. There is a base that just popped a blue pill. So we will gather and avoid this howitzer from skill charging at us. I approach the group. He tried to attack the light tank group or the fast group. That will also help me charge my howitzer. Once again, I will use another super heavy, degrade super heavy, starting the siege, and mine will follow up. So even with the blue pill, and even while throwing a tactic at that super heavy, that will not be enough to knock down our two units, therefore preserving all the howitzers sieging. Look how durable those units are. There you go. That was a pretty clean burn, to be honest. Now Neo is buffing. Same deal. I engage with Neo super heavy. Then mine will follow up even if he popped that edgehog tactic. That will not be enough to dent our siege group.
Oh, c'est triste.
We're heading back north to knock down this GTJ base, and before you say, Mag, why are you wasting your jet? I'm not. This will prevent that base from popping the fortification wall buff. The base thinks he's getting attacked, so it will prevent him from buffing up, therefore saving a countless amount of reserves if you're dealing against a strong base. Even if you have a tough super heavy, that will not be enough to guarantee your survivability. So you can only prevent them from buffing up by flying over that base with your jet. Yes, you will lose a few jets, but in exchange, you will save a bunch of howitzer. Now he's trying to attack me, and he had 4 troops, now only have 1.5, making that base siege quite easy. So I'm gonna take my time. And me and Neo are in voice chat. That is another key element for success. Neo start the siege, and then I will follow up while avoiding the potential tactic. There you go. And I will transition to this other base. Pre-charging, like you want to pre-charge as much as you can. That will save a few howitzers. That save what, about 4 seconds load time. This way you start knocking down the base HP right away. So once again, I move 1 grid to avoid a potential tactic. Then I will follow up. That smoke screen tactic, I'm not sure if it's useful, but whatever. We got rid of that base. Another player just dropped to heal that village. We're gonna knock it down as we approach. And once again, I fly over that base to prevent him from popping that fortification wall buff. You never know. If you can avoid it, good. If you can, then you have to deal with it. Sometimes you will see me micromanaging my howitzer. This is to ensure that I'm in range, that no howitzer have to move on the firing sequence. There you go. Now I think all those units are in range. I will initiate the siege with Neo's howitzer, then I will follow up, and there you go. Tactical missile tactic. I don't know why the super heavy went back, returned to the initial grid, but that didn't affect the performance as it was strong enough to survive, and also my super heavy took over the base aggro. Like I said, that arbitrator officer, he is so useful. He is so overpowered. I know he's not cheap, but if, like I said, if you are a true base to base or you love sieging bases and you have a decent super heavy, this bistro officer is a must-have. I fly over that base once again, just in case he wants to buff up. He's already buffed, by the way, but that extra layer of buff could make the difference between success and failure. So we want to finish with a bang. He's buffing more. And I'm sure he's trying to enable that fortification wall, and he can't. So I'm in position. And we're going to initiate the siege as soon as all my howitzers are in range. And I'm going to finish this video with this sequence. If you find this video useful, friends, leave me a like. That will help other commanders reach out for this content. I try to share all the best tricks with you so you hone your skills and become a better commander. Take care and see ya.